So I think it's fair to say that so many of us deal with some form of, you know, daily physical discomfort.
Oh, absolutely. Whether it's a low-grade headache that just lingers, or maybe some kind of gut issue, or just stiffness.
Right, that chronic stiffness that won't quit. And we tend to view that pain as a purely mechanical problem. So we look for a mechanical solution.
Take a pill, get a surgery, apply a cream, problem, reaction.
But what if pain wasn't just a biological malfunction? What if it was actually information? Today, we're doing a deep dive into some source material that has a pretty radical idea about where our physical discomfort comes from.
And more importantly, what we can do to reverse it. Our source for this is Healing Pain Through Body Wisdom. And it starts by saying that pain isn't just physical. The mind can be in pain too, and physical pain can be a direct manifestation of a mental disease.
Okay, let's unpack that core thesis right away, because that is a game changer. It redefines wellness.
Yeah.
The central idea here is that the body is a mirror of our inner thoughts and beliefs.
Exactly. Every single cell in your body is, according to this, responding to every thought you think and every word you speak. So that inner conflict, that stress, it doesn't just stay in your head.
It eventually shows up in the body. So our mission today is to detail the specific steps, the how-to from this material, for confronting that with a focus on realizing that pain might not be an enemy. It might actually be a teacher. To really drive home how quickly the mind can dictate the body's reaction, the source opens with this really simple but striking anecdote.
It's about two little kids playing. One raises her hand to playfully tap the other on the arm.
And before she even makes contact,
The other girl cries, "Ow!" And when they asked her why, she just said, "I knew it was going to hurt."
it's such a perfect little micro example. The expectation of pain was enough to trigger the physical response.
It really shows the power of belief. It suggests that, in a way, we participate in creating every ache or illness we experience through this constant mental feedback loop. Our body is talking to us constantly.
And the good news in all of this, if we're sort of co-creating the discomfort, is that the body is not just a passive victim in this process.
Not at all. The source asserts that the body is always aspiring to achieve optimum health. It's always trying to find balance. We're the ones who work against it.
With unhealthy food, which is the obvious one.
But also, and the source says often more destructively, with unhealthy thoughts.
And it's important to understand that the body's messages don't always show up as some huge, major diagnosis. This framework says pain can be much more subtle.
Right? It could be a persistent ache, a scratch, stubbing your toe, a bruise that just won't heal.
Or even just recurring congestion or that, that quick, queasy feeling you get in your stomach.
And that queasy feeling is basically the body saying, "Hey, hold on. I'm trying to digest something you just heard or thought, and it's not sitting right with me." It's recognizing that no pain is insignificant. It's all communication.
So if every physical discomfort is a message, then pain is essentially a red flag.
It's the body's last-ditch effort to get our attention, to tell us that something is wrong in our life, not just in our tissues.
And this brings us to a key concept from the source, the false idea in your consciousness. What does that actually mean?
A false idea is a core belief you hold that is actively harmful to you. It could be something like, "I have to put everyone else first to be a good person," which is a martyr pattern.
Or maybe, I don't deserve success, a self-punishing belief.
Exactly. Or even just, "I can't say no," which is a boundary issue. These mental scripts create real physical tension and stress that the body eventually has to express as a symptom.
Which makes our usual reaction running to the medicine cabinet completely counterproductive.
The source is very blunt here. When we do that, we are literally telling our body, "Shut up."
I don't want to hear your message.
Right. And the pill might work for a bit, but the message, that false idea, is still active. So the body just has to find a new, louder way to get through.
The analogy in the text is so powerful. It's like trying to tell a friend something important. If they ignore you, you talk louder. If they keep ignoring you, you might get angry and lash out.
Or just give up.
Yeah.
And the body does the same thing. It escalates from a whisper, like uneasy sleep, to a shout, which might be a chronic disease. It's just trying to be heard.
And this is where the source makes its most provocative claim. It suggests that sometimes, unconsciously, people might actually want to be sick.
It sounds harsh, I know. But it's not about judging someone's suffering. It's about looking at the unconscious payoff. The source notes that in our society, illness is sometimes seen as a legitimate way to avoid responsibility.
So if I'm getting this right, if I can't bring myself to say no to my boss, I might invent a migraine that says no for me.
Precisely. The pain becomes a mechanism for avoidance. If we don't learn to set boundaries, the body will set them for us through symptoms. So the payoff for listening is huge. Every pain is a teacher showing you that false idea.
Giving you the chance to change the pattern.
Yes, the body's just tugging on your sleeve, saying, please pay attention.
Okay, so this is where we move from the philosophy to the practical application. The source gives a very detailed toolkit, and the first tool is called mirror work.
Yes, and this is the primary method for actually changing the mental pattern behind the pain. It's not just positive thinking, it is direct, unblinking self-confrontation.
The first step is simple. You choose one pain or illness to work on. The source uses heartburn as an example. Then you just stand or sit in front of a mirror.
And you look deep into your own eyes. That eye contact is key. And in that space, you start asking these really specific, challenging questions.
Let's list the ones for heartburn because they are so insightful. You ask your reflection, where did this heartburn come from? What is it trying to tell me?
And then you go deeper, beyond just the physical. Is there something that I am fearful about? Did I hear some news that I'm not able to digest?
Is there a heated situation that I'm not dealing with? And the big one,
What or who can't I stomach? Notice how almost none of those are about what you ate. They're about fear, digestive inflammation, unresolved conflict. Heartburn is the body showing you that you are internally burning over something.
it's literally hunting for the metaphor in the symptom. It's brilliant. After the diagnostic questions, you move to affirmations.
Right, and there are two types. First, general affirmations to just reset your relationship with your body. Things like, I breathe freely and fully. I listen to the messages of my body.
And the simple ones, I love my amazing body and I am safe.
These just reinforce that cooperative foundation. Then, use specific affirmations targeted right at the area of pain.
So for the stomach example, you'd look in the mirror and say,
I love my stomach. I feed you healthy foods and you digest them with joy, and I give you permission to be well. You're basically telling your body that the power to heal is already there, and you're ready to unlock it. So after the mirror work, you transition to the second technique, which is journaling. This is about taking that internal exploration and turning it into action.
right, and it starts with intentional quiet. You're told to quiet yourself and trust that your inner wisdom, your higher power, will tell you what needs to change.
To get into that receptive state, you visualize a perfect natural setting, a garden, a beach, whatever works for you. The goal is to consciously relax every single muscle in your body, to let that mental chatter die down.
Why is that relaxation step so critical before asking the big questions?
Because the real answers don't come when you're stressed and rushing. You're creating a space of inner peace where that false idea, which often hides behind anxiety, can actually surface safely.
Okay, so in that relaxed state, you ask three critical questions. How am I contributing to this problem? What is it that I need to know? And
What areas of my life are in need of change?
yeah,
And you write down the answers that come to you. But this is the most important part. Action is mandatory.
you can't just close the journal and walk away.
No. You have to choose at least one answer and write down an action plan to work on today. It doesn't have to be a massive life overhaul. The source quotes Lao Tzu. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Small, consistent steps.
Exactly. And because the pain didn't show up overnight, you have to be patient. The source is very clear. Be gentle with yourself. Healing isn't a race.
And to support this whole process, the source provides these powerful affirmations for daily meditation.
Yeah, and they focus on reclaiming your power. There are ones for food control, like, I enjoy the foods that are best for my body, and I am the only person that has control over my eating habits.
Which is so empowering. But the ones that really get to the heart of the philosophy are about trusting the body's own intelligence.
Yes, I get my mind out of the way and allow the intelligence of my body to do its healing work naturally. It's this idea that your body already knows what to do, your mind is just getting in the way.
And then you wrap it all in self-love. I love every cell of my body, and perfect health is my divine right, and I claim it now. The goal is total health, starting with the mind. So what does this all mean for you listening right now? This whole framework is a radical shift from passively getting treated to actively cooperating with your own body.
Healing happens when you are willing to change your life, to change your beliefs. Suppression is failure. Attention is the medicine.
The source material leaves us with this one central thought to reflect on. I listen carefully to my body's messages. Your body loves you fiercely, sometimes in spite of how you treat it. Its pain signals are a plea for you to make corrections.
We have to choose to be flexible, mentally, emotionally, physically. That's the path to optimum health.
And here is the final provocative thought for you to sit with tonight. which comes from this core idea that our internal world creates our external reality. Filling my mind with pleasant thoughts is the quickest road to health. It suggests that cultivating internal happiness isn't just a nice side effect of being healthy, it's the very pathway to achieving it. The next time you feel an ache, just ask yourself, what pleasant thought could I be choosing instead?